today. So let's change here from lesson 3 to lesson 4. So let's include our lesson 4 code. So in lesson 4, we are going to change images with JavaScript. That's what we are going to do now in lesson 4 now. So JavaScript can change the value of attributes. The value of the source attributes can be changed with JavaScript. Let's go ahead and include an image and see if we can change it with JavaScript. So to do so, first let's type img source. Then remember, we open a folder and we include some images inside the folder. So we name the folder images. So for us to bring out these images now, you type img source, then you type the word images slash, let me say I'll pick this one first, C#. Then I'll come in front of here and let's add an ID like ID, and the ID should be what? Image as the ID. Then space slash, then let's close our image. Then let's go ahead and include a button at the bottom of it. Then button. Then inside the button, let's type change image. Then at the opening tag of the button, let the type should be button. Then add on click to it, so that when you click it, it will change the image to another image. So now the on click should be me function. Then add the open bracket, close bracket to it. So let's save and let's go to our web page and preview. Wow, as you can see, this is the image we've included in our web page, and this is the button that when we click it, it will change this image to another image. So as you can see now, we've not added our JavaScript function. So let's go ahead to our CSS file and just add a color to our button. So now let's target the word button, and let's add color to it. And the color, let's just name the color of the button as green. So let's just save and refresh. So the text here is green now. So now let's enter and add the background color to the button. Let's say the background color should be pink now. Let's save and refresh. You see, it's pink now. So let's go straight to our JavaScript file and add the function that will change this image to another image. So to do that in JavaScript, we are going to state the function. Now you say function, then space. Then remember, in our HTML file now, we place me function here when you click. So you copy it and come down to our JavaScript file and paste it here. Then add your curly braces in front. After you've done that, you type the word document dot get element by an ID. Then in front now of it, the ID we use here is named as image. So when you go straight to our HTML file, then let me open it well, maximize. As you can see here, the ID to this is called image. So let's go back to our JavaScript file. Then in front of here, then we are going to put dot, then src, which is the source, is equals to, in bracket, now the image that you want to change C# to. So I'll type images slash, let's go to our folder and see the image that we are going to put here to change to. And the image that I'm going to change it to now should be calculator. So I'll go back and include it in our JavaScript file. So type the word there, calculator. Then in front of it, now this calculator, now you need to know the file format of this calculator now. So let's go ahead and check the file format of the calculator. Is it a JPEG or JPNG? Let's check and see. So this calculator is a JPG file. So we are going to state it as a JPG file here too. So let's go ahead here and open our code properly so that you can see. So calculator.jpg. Then in front, then you terminate with a semicolon. Then you can save it. So let's check and see. Yes, calculator, and it's a JPG. So let's save and let's go to our browser and refresh. So as you can see now, there is the first image now, and our button is ready now. So if we click on this button now, it will change from C# to calculator. Let's try and see. I'll click now. Wow, as you can see now, I have changed C# to a calculator. So in lesson 5 now, we are going to do something different in lesson 5. JavaScript can change the styling of HTML elements. So you can still use JavaScript to change the style of HTML elements. So let's go ahead and write some code. So first, we are going to create a paragraph now. Then inside this paragraph that we are going to create, so we are going to say like hello guys, inside this paragraph now, hello guys. Then at the opening paragraph tag, now we are going to add an ID, and the ID should be demo. Then in front of the ID, let's add a style to it now, and this style, let's add color, and the color should be green. Let's save it. Then let's go ahead and include a button. You type button, then tab key. Then inside this button now, you are going to type something like change style. Then at the opening tag of the button tag, you are going to add a type, and the type should be button. Then you are going to include on click, so that when you click the button, it's going to change the style. And now we are going to call it my function. Open bracket, close bracket. Then let's save. So let's go straight to our web browser and refresh. As you can see here, the text says hello guys, change style. So all we need to do here, let me just add some style to the button. Let me just add background color to the button. Add your curly braces, then add background color, and background color should be brown. You'll say brown as the background color. Let's refresh and see. So let's change the text now. You say color to, let's change the text to white. Let's refresh and see. You see, this is how you can use CSS to style your HTML files. So now let's go ahead. Now we want to change style now. Let's go ahead. Let me say this paragraph now. Let me go ahead and target P now. Target P. Then inside this P now, I want to add font size, and the font size should be 30 pixel. Then let's just add like font weight to it, font weight, and the font weight should be bold. So let's save and refresh. Hello guys, so let's type into our JavaScript file and add some function that will make our JavaScript file to change our HTML style. So let's go ahead and include some function. Remember, JavaScript can change the styling of HTML. So let's add function. You type the word function, then in front you go straight to your HTML file, you pick this my function, you copy it, my function, you copy it here, then come to your JavaScript file and paste it in front. Then add your curly braces, then enter. After you've included your curly braces, now remember we are changing the style now. So you type the word document dot get element by an ID, and the ID we use here, let's go to our HTML file and check the ID we use here, and the ID is called demo. So we are going to place the ID here in double quotation, demo. Then in front of it you say dot style, because we are changing the style, dot color is equals to, now the color you want to change it to now. So let me pick now, I want to change it to like red. I'll just type red here. Then I'm going to terminate with a what? A semicolon. Then let's come down again. You type here document dot get element by an ID now, the same ID which is demo. Then in front of it, outside the bracket, dot style dot, now the font size you want to, like the font weight or the font size you want to use. So let's include a font weight first. Like the font weight now I want to use, should be bolder, which is equals to, now the font weight now say bolder. Then come to here and terminate with a semicolon. So let's enter again. Then you type the word now like document dot get element by an ID, and the ID still is demo as the ID. Then in front dot style dot font size, now should be font size equals to, let's say the font size we want to change it to is like, I say 250 like percent. Then we come here, we terminate with a semicolon. Then let's save this code and go straight to our browser and refresh and see. So as you can see here, it says hello guys, then the button say change style. So if I click this button, it will change the style totally. So watch and see. Wow, as you can see, it has changed from green to red, and the font size now is different and is bolder. This is how you can use JavaScript to change the font style and the font weight of HTML files. Remember, in lesson 5 we change HTML element style with JavaScript. Now in lesson 6, now we are going to use JavaScript now to show or hide HTML elements. So let's dive in and type some codes. So to do so, let's first of all create a div. And this div now we have created, let's just say hide here. Then at the opening tag of this div now, we are going to add an ID and call the ID demo. Then in front of it now we are going to add a style to it, and the style we are going to add width, the width, and the width should be width should be 200 pixel, then a height, and the height should be 200 pixel to hit. Then we add a background color, and the background color should be blue as the background color. So let's save and let's come down and let's add buttons now. Let's add our first button now. This our first button should be like the show button. Then inside the show button, the opening tag of the button tag, so we are going to include our type, and the type should be button. Then we are going to add on click to it, so that when you click it, it will hide or it will show it. So in front of it you type show here, then add open bracket close bracket to it. Then let's copy same thing here that is on this button here and paste it below. So now in this case, now we are going to change here to hide. Then we are going to change here to hide. So let's save and let's go straight to our JavaScript file. So to do so, let's go back to our web page and refresh and see. Well, as you can see, hide here, show hide. So now let me just add some CSS to it. Let's just target our button. Let's go ahead and target our button. Let's just add the color to our button. Just say background color. Let's give our background color to be red. Now, and let's refresh our button now. So now let's go ahead and target our div too, now. Then let's add our font size to our div. Our font size should be 20 pixel. Let's refresh and see. Then let's add our color to it. Our color should be white. Then let's add like our font weight to it. Font weight, let the font weight be bold. So as you can see, hide here. So show hide. So let's go then to our JavaScript file now and add the function that will show or hide our HTML element. So to do so in our JavaScript file, let's go straight and write some code. So we are going to type the word function. Now in front of the word function, now we are going to first of all state the show function first. Then we add our curly braces at the front. Now then we are going to type document.get element by an ID, and the ID here we used. Let's go down to an HTML file and check the ID we use. The ID here is demo. So let's go back and state our ID. So our ID should be what? Demo. Then at the front of it you see .style.display. Then is equals to then block. Then you can terminate with a semicolon. Then let's come down here and add another function, and now this function should be hide. Then add your curly braces at the front of it. Then document.get elements by an ID, and the ID is called demo. Then in front of it, then you type .style.display. Then is equals to, then in double quotation you type none. Then you can terminate with a semicolon. Then let's save our code and go back to our web page and refresh. So as you can see now, hide here. Now here say hide, show, here hide. So if I click this button, it will show. If I click this button, it will hide. So let's go ahead and hide this thing and say, let me click hide button. Wow, as you can see, it has hide. So let's show it again. Wow, as you can see, it has returned back to normal. It has shown. So this is how you can show and hide HTML elements with JavaScript. I believe you enjoyed this video, and if you do, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Please watch out for the next video. It will be awesome. Thank you for watching once more again. Bye. We'll meet in the next video.